spoke to hub configuration, it is working, point to multi-point. You can add 100 leasel lines. When you have 100 leasel lines, you need to again combine using a multiplexer, using a whatever it is, combiner or unique. So to have all this headache or maintaining also a challenge. So you use the public internet cloud for creating a different tunnels, different paths in the internet. The VPNs are being used. Benefit of VPN. VPN lets connect individuals and locations to corporate networks securely over the internet. VPN can save the money by eliminating the expensive leased lines and costly long distance calls if it is a connection oriented connectivity. VPN allows quick and easy extension of the corporate world. It is only creation of VPN. Remote users can access the corporate network through any internet connection. The internet connection can be dial-up or LTE or whatever it is. Technically, there are two types of VPN. One is a VPN, other is secure VPN. You all know by this time, secure VPN client, what we have given for your e-office connection to operate from the home. We are given a client and a VPN client. So you will be able to log in onto it from your home through the internet for your railnet for accessing your e-office. I think many officers of railways have already been done now, especially after COVID started. We also supplied a lot of secure VPNs for all of you. It is basically a soft, this one defined in that. One is the VPN. VPN does not necessarily require any method to maintain user privacy, data integrity, and data authenticity. Only secure VPN will ensure data authenticity, data integrity, and privacy. That's the reason for all of our officers in RailTel, for accessing e-office, we provided the secure VPN. This is the applications. There, mobile workers, remote access, that's what we are doing from home to access our e-office, a RailNet. Office connectivity site to site. Customers, partners. I will talk about this customer partners example. You have seen Tata distributors, Tata automobile distributor across the India. They are all connected through VPN network to the central office of Tata Motors for ensuring delivery of spare parts, ensuring the delivery of the newly orders, and orders are all maintained on online through the VPN networks, so that the competitors should not know how many orders are coming into this, how many orders, so that they should not grab the business of one company. So these are all connected on a secure VPN networks, a point to multi-point, hub and spoke concept. Same way the bankers, all the banks are connected to their central office. Central office connect to the central switch. Central switch is connected to NPCI or your gateways, payment gateways. So these are all connected on a secured network. For that reason, we have all telepresence connectivity to your railways provided by RailTel. So these are also secured VPN MPLS cloud. It is remote access VPN. Take example, this remote user having a laptop. He wants to access to his server, his office at different location. He dials up either through dial-up connection or through LTE or through Geo or whatever it is. Then by using this tunnel of secure VPN, a tunnel is created in internet public cloud that goes to the router of the service provider of the office. Then it enters the VPN gateway. Then it allows this user, remote user, to access the server to get the data. So remote users can use the VPN technology to establish a secure remote connection to corporate network from any point on the internet, from anywhere, even if you will be traveling. A remote access VPN tunnel requires a VPN client. This is at the remote location. And VPN gateway at the central office.
Yeah. What is the hardware of VPN gateway?
This is it is like a firewall type box. It is a firewall type box. It is a firewall type box which ensures it is like a server and a client model. The server will be the gateway which allows the secured VPN users to pass through this gateway to his internal network. Is it clear, sir?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. The VPN client negotiates, authenticate, and encrypted tunnel into the VPN gateway. Once the tunnel is established, see, this VPN gateway ensures the tunnel between the remote users till in the cloud. In the cloud, he has to be a tunnel is created. Otherwise, it will also go to Janta Janardhan in the network. Our intention is to have a secure tunnel. So that to ensure that this gateway facilitates that to happen for logical tunnel. VPN extends the corporate network to the remote users, reduces what we have spoken. Site to site. So point to point. This is the point to point. Again, he has got a workstation here and he has got a file server here. Again, this here. So he has got a point to point. He has got a VPN gateway here. In this case, it doesn't require again a client, VPN client here is already passing the gateway to the gateway. These gateways ensures a tunnel creation in the public cloud. Other way is control access VPN. This is what I was talking to you, point to multi-point. One partner is sitting here, other partner is sitting elsewhere, dealer distribution networks. So it will be connected a partner through this way how it is connected to their central corporate office. So this remote user will have a VPN client here that is established through the VPN gateway for the tunnel into the cloud. A controlled access VPN tunnel uses the same technology as remote access VPN tunnel for site-to-site tunnel. Firewall technology is used to limit. I was talking to you like a firewall. Firewall technology is to limit the access to the corporate. And all cannot access to the corporate confidential data. So firewall has been put in place. Otherwise, no firewall is required. Normal VPN gateway is sufficient for us, you to establish a VPN connectivity when the remote login user to your office for fetching the data to create a tunnel in the internet. What are the different terminologies that is used into the VPN? Tunnel. A tunnel is a connection between two endpoints of transmission of encapsulated packets of the data. Every time a session is established with a gateway, a new tunnel is set up for securing the data transfer on the internet. For every time when the session is initiated, a different tunnel is established. Encryption. Transforming the data into unreadable. What will the ciphertext? We are doing a ciphertext. How the password will not be visible. A ciphertext. Transforming the data into unreadable, meaningless data by utilizing the cryptographic function and decrypt the same reverse process for restoring the original data. At the transmitting end, we encrypt it. At the receiving end, we decrypt it. What we do in PCM, encrypt it at the transmitting point, decrypt it at that. Encoding and decoding what we do in our PCM. The similar way here. Encapsulation. Wrapping the data packets of the protocol with the packets of another protocol before sending to them over the network. Such packets containing IP headers, within the IP headers. Take an example, this is the plain text and it is going to the key and entering, output is giving the ciphertext. Sometimes it is called private key and public key. So this way how the encryption keep happening to secure and safeguard the data at transfer. So IP datagram packet looks like unencrypted packet, how it look like. It has got a source address, it has got a destination address, it has got a destination port, source port, and protected or not, and the payload. Then this packet is encrypted. This is the original datagram. Then this is encrypted with a key. When it goes to the other side, it checks with the key what the key number it is. And it knows source port, it knows source destination. It is what protocol is used, whether the UDP or FDP, and the source VPN address, the destination VPN address. So the key takes a vital role for retrieving the data at the other end.
Can you elaborate this public key and private key some?
Yeah, sure.
Can you enlighten, please?
Yeah. How many people you have used earlier? We used to have a remote access dongle type security authentication we used to give. How many people might have seen that? I don't know in railways it has been given or not. That when you plug into it, the public key is given by your own employee code. When you give your employee code, is your first authentication. Private key is given, generated by the system. So when public key and private key you are given, then only it will allow you to access to the cloud or connectivity. That is called private key and public key. Public key is known. It is known. Your employee code is known to all the officers or all the functions of your departments. But the private key that generates at that instant by that mechanism. So unless until you both keys, then it is same like you go to the locker of your bank. Bank manager has to open and you have to open. Is it that example is clear, sir?
Yes, sir. Still elaborate, some elaboration.
Still you want to elaborate. Okay, fine. The concept you understood. The locker, bank manager, if the manager is not there, assistant manager will come. That is a public for that fellow. And private is which you are carrying the locker key with you. The same way here, the public key is the fixed one where private keep changing. Unless it will both fed to it, it can't enable you to proceed further. This is the way public key and private key being generated through encryption mechanisms. We have DES 64, 128, 512. Okay. Now, so far so clear, sir? I just
Please, go ahead.
Yeah, I will be touching upon one more aspect. This is beyond what you call the other generation where it is called SD-WAN. So far, all our wide area network requires individual attentions, even for augmenting the bandwidths, even for maintenance purpose, alarms purpose, though we might have extended remotely some of the alarms for service assurance or maintenance purpose. But today, the order of the day is unmanned, remotely managed. Everything is remote. Today you are working remotely from home. Your office is running. Likewise, today the networks are also needed to be controlled remotely, though you have NMS, network management system, you have a NOC, you have remotely controlling it. But suppose you want to augment your equipment. So physically you have to go there and you have to keep the equipment. That is must. But logical configurations you can do remotely. So by using these software defined wide area networks, you can control your equipments remotely and you can configure it. So seamless augmentation of the capacities. Today, we have seen in ourselves the demand of the SD-WANs have increased post the corona. Post the corona, the bandwidth requirement has shooted up. So every node you want to augment it, you want to augment the hardware and also software side. So hardware side, okay, you will do it. Software side, again, you have to go and you have to augment it. So by remotely sitting it, you can augment the software, you can do the port augmentation, you can augment the pipe augmentation and all. Not only this, the augmentation and maintenance purpose. Suppose you have a primary link on MPLS on your fiber, but you want to have a backup link on that link for that connectivity that you can give either through CDMA or the GSM or the LTE. So nowadays, these SD-WAN boxes are coming where it takes input as one fiber, other you can use your SIM card. SIM card anyway, you are getting assured guarantee bandwidth of 100 Mbps minimum or 50 Mbps. So one part you can use on your fiber, whatever the capacity you are using it. Other way you can use it. You can do the link load balancing. You can do a load balancing. You can use the same box for alternate or protection path purposes. So this SD-WAN gives a cheaper solution and immediately accessible. This is the latest version of the delivery of the packet. Again, this WAN is again a part of the same MPLS cloud. So this is the end delivery. So MPLS cloud delivered on SD-WAN technology. What exactly? We have a legacy WAN scenario. MPLS we have, leased lines we have separately. And we have a network level quality of services of the different services differently. Leased line differently, MPLS quality of service differently. And we have a multiple touch points in this network. For this, you need to have multiple skill sets of your resources. Whenever you are implementing today MPLS in railways, you need to train your resources on MPLS. So, and you have a primary path and secondary path, the backup path. With this, the costing plays high to maintain all differently. So better to bring all into a single umbrella, which reduces your capital cost, that is the capex, and operational capex. So the SD-WAN helps to us to maximum extent to overcome the scenarios what we are having in the field today, and also end user today. Like railways as an organization or any organization can able to afford. The medium companies will having a challenge to afford all. So the people are looking at that type of the solutions. Managing the WAN link costs, especially banks. Banks have a n number of connectivities, links, WAN links to connect their branches, to connect their ATMs, which are the ATMs, one village, one ATM you have. So to manage all these things will have a challenge. And today the attacks become quite, and having a security to provide to your data is again a nightmare, preventing from such attacks and mitigating from that attacks. Managing different networks, domains, and services across the whole enterprise is really a challenge one. So when you want to introduce the new sites and its capabilities to augment it, again you have to send your resource there to augment it. By using these SD-WAN technologies, you can address to some extent. What it does, end of the day, it increases your business productivity, support for hybrid WANs. Only you will manage the management. You see, it reduces your WAN cost 90%. You can use the broadband links. No need to have only MPLS for this. You can use the broadband. Take one from Jio, LTE, take from Airtel, other LTE. You can connect to the SD-WAN box. The SD-WAN box will come with the SIMs. So it takes both. Very remote chance of failing both. So you can have your connectivity through, which is cheap. And also, nowadays, using the cloud services is a common practice. So nobody wants to use all their own data centers. So people use the cloud, like Amazon, like your Azure, Microsoft. So These are the order of the day to reduce your costs. The SD-WAN will help you to do that. Securities, reduce the threats. Because it is hosted your data onto the clouds, who all are already doing and giants in the industries. So the security threats have been mitigated with them. Especially, and we are going to simplify the branch LAN WAN managements, especially to the bulk bench networks and distribution networking of automobile industry. This is where the typical solution, how it look like. SD-WAN, the SD-LAN solutions connected on that. On the extreme left to it, you got the enterprise network, and it has got a public cloud here. This is hosted into any one of the cloud provider here. You can have a connectivity either through your dedicated MPLS. You can have connectivity through broadband. You can have either connectivity through a wireless 4G or LTE. You can still use your legacy local loop, last mile, laser lines using the DSL connectivity, ADSL, and so on. So you are optimizing the entire, having a redundancy instead of only having it. So one path you can have an MPLS, other you can have a broadband LTE, this thing to have a backup. Earlier, some of the officer was asking, what happens if I want to change entire the MPLS network to from TDM to this, whether to continue or not? Answers are already being in some of the officers. This will be one of the setup you can use it for that applications to have it by converting there the TDM to the Ethernet, and you can deliver through alternate path to have the consistency and sustainability. To reduce the cost on this, you see now, so far we are talking quality of service. Now the word has changed in industry, quality of experience, QoE. People thought of only experience. Now people stopped giving the feedback. The experience that matters today. So that's all about it. Now I will quickly move to use cases of what are the projects we have delivered on MPLS, VPN, tunnel.
One second, I am interrupting you, sir. SD-WAN, but how it is different from the PTN network?
Which one, sir?
PTN network. PTN is also there, no? What technology? Packet transport network.
No. See, the PTN network is used between a point to point or using a point to multi-point.
Is it relevant with the SD-WAN or is it some different?
No, sir. In normal technology, you are using a PTN networks in railways, no?
Railways we are not using so far, I believe. PTN we are not using.
See, sir, any network that requires a backup, which can manage remotely, you can use the SD-WAN, sir. Because I don't have much idea what you are talking about, PTN. So I cannot correlate at this point on that. I will come back to you after checking with my teams with the railways.
Okay.
Okay, sir? Yeah. Now we are entering to the last portion of our discussions today, and which I have been asked to talk on this. Recently, the RailTel has picked many orders. We have delivered it also. This is one of the latest project we got in KS1, Kerala State Wide Area Network, connecting all district headquarters connectivity, establishing this MPLS backbone up to district level headquarters. Though we have not got order directly, we got through Bell, Bharat Electronics Limited, we are going to deliver. You see how we are delivering this network using our RailTel MPLS backbone. It is totally protected ring network from Trivandrum NAC to different locations of your Kannur, Kasarkod, Malappuram, Wayanad, Kozhikode. So these are the locations of the different district level connected on MPLS cloud of RailTel. This is one of the example. And we will just quickly go through. This is connected on OFC 1G pipe. And also we have connected different networks, national knowledge networks. All universities in India is using national knowledge network on the MPLS cloud of RailTel as a backup link. Primary is a BSNL, secondary is on RailTel. Why they have chosen the RailTel is, we are strong into the Northeast. Nobody else has reached Northeast. RailTel, railways have reached Northeast. So there also we are serving. NMDC. Everybody knows NMDC. They have got different ore mines across India. So all these are all connected on a RailTel cloud using Cisco. Even internet bandwidth also being served through RailTel for these locations. Typical RailTel MPLS network. How the RailTel MPLS network is there? It is connecting tier 1 cities to tier 2 cities to the tier 3 cities as well. It is connected all in a ring. If one path goes, network is not stopped. It is extended through other path. Unless until the both ring gets open or both parts get cut at the same time. Video surveillance system of railway networks, which we extended to GRPFs. On prototype we have done, it is not full-time implemented. Again, this is on RailTel MPLS platform. Upstream, RailTel today cloud has got with all peering arrangement with all the operators. Railway MPLS cloud has got connectivity with all XRs. You will see only Alibaba, which is a China's one. Except that all we have got a peering arrangement on this cloud. We have got Microsoft. We got with Amazon. We got with Nixie. What it means, when you use this cloud, when you want to reach that destination, it will immediately access it. If you don't have it, suppose you don't have it, a peering arrangement with one, it will be peered to some other operator. If that network congestion is there, and it will be taking delayed for you. Station Wi-Fi backbones or an IPL MPLS backbone.
Srinivas garu.
Sir.
Sir, in previous slides, how many internet backbones you are connected, sir? Your RailTel MPLS?
Actually, what happened, sir? See, everybody, we are getting to see. It is like this, sir. Give and take policy in the industry now. We take internationally from the cable landing points either at Ernakulam or either at Mumbai or Chennai also. We have Tata Communications. We take internet bandwidth from Chennai because Tata Communications has got a cable landing station at Chennai, which is connected to the Singapore. They got under bed of the sea. They got a cable. So we take the capacity from them, connected with the Tata Communications at Mumbai as well as at Chennai.
How much bandwidth, sir?
That is, we have exactly, I don't have, but all this peering arrangement we have not less than minimum 40G, sir. Every operator we are connected more than 40G.
Okay.
Minimum 40G, but some we have got Amazon with 100G also. Because
service provider, sir?
Yeah, AWS, for AWS. somebody is using Amazon cloud, they want to access through our network. Naturally, they will be using this cloud through the peering arrangement. No, sir. If I don't have that, it will take a long time for him to reach this Amazon. No, sir.
So
if
that
I
means
don't have
you have got direct connection from Amazon cloud to your Airtel MPLS.
Yeah.
Direct point-to-point connection.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
But your question valid, sir. We have got only connectivity at one location, not at Mumbai and Delhi and all the location. Only one location.
Okay. One location to Amazon directly.
Absolutely. With all these operators, sir. With all these operators.
These are all operators or
no. It is a cloud operators or cloud providers you can take, sir. See, again the nomenclature happens. Carrier business is a carrier business. Carrier business gives the international bulk pipe who takes bulk internationally and delivers here. As Reltel is not international carrier, but it is a service provider which has got a unified license, unified services, but we are not the carriers. But we will support the carrier. We will support the carrier in carrying their traffic in the domestic market.
So here in this picture, whatever you have shown, this Facebook, Amazon,
yes,
they are not internet service provider.
No, sir. No.
Your Reltel MPL is directly connected to their service to get quick responses.
100%, sir. Somebody is accessing the Facebook. Using the rail, yes.
Most of the uses our uses this one, Facebook and all these things. That's
absolutely.
Directly. Okay.
Even you will feel the faster connectivity also. You see, sir, in Facebook we connected in Chennai also, and we connected in not Facebook we connected even in Mumbai also, but Facebook we are not connected at Delhi. You see this diagram.
Okay.
Is it clear, sir?
Clear, sir.
Yeah. This is the station Wi-Fi. This is the architecture of how this is connected. In Andhra Pradesh, for school department, KGBV, Kasturi Girls, that is Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalayas, we have connected a digital classrooms. I think all of this by STEM should understand what is a virtual classroom and digital classrooms. Virtual classrooms are basically what we are communicating, a virtual training. The digital classroom streaming the live stream to that. This can be done even through satellite also, the other governments were doing. But here we are done on Reltel Cloud, providing not only the internet through our MPLS cloud, but also providing the video conference facilities, that is telepresence services to the remote schools of 352 schools in remote locations of Andhra Pradesh. You will appreciate us, Paderu, Araku, which are all far remote agency areas, we could able to connect. The idea is to give the equal facilities of education to the remote schools, remote locations. So Reltel to be the proud to participate in this project along with the government of Andhra Pradesh, funded by Government of India HRD Ministry.
So what is the difference between virtual classrooms, digital classrooms, sir?
So digital classrooms, you can have virtual classrooms is like a broadcast, you just send the message, you will not be having any much interactive sessions. Whereas you will have interactive sessions and real time communication, like video conference is there, telepresence is there. In virtual classroom, what you do is you download the content and you will present the content, so either the YouTube or something. But in digital classrooms, you can have everything. You can bring one expert lecture from one school. That lecture sits in one location. All 351 remaining school can hear that lecture. Suppose what happens, the idea of here is to, let me frankly explain, the schools are facing a lot of challenges in remote locations. No teacher is going to the school.
No, sir. How do you see this class? Digital classroom or virtual classroom?
This is a digital classroom.
Okay, right, sir. Clear.
Digital classroom. See, what was the idea of bringing this is, the remote, nobody is going to the schools. The education is getting impacted. So now by establishing this digital classroom, people can sit at one location. He can give training, an expert can come. It is not necessary to have expert lecture in all the 352 schools. It is not possible even to have it for education system presently in India. So one location, an expert will come, it will be given to all the people. So the school could. So that way it will be given. Yeah.
Understand, sir. Understand. Then go ahead.
All the contents have been kept in the data center of railways, Railtel. Railtel has got a data center at Secunderabad type 335. We have a DR at our Gurgaon. So this is connected. Many of these locations are connected fiberly, but remote locations like Araku and all, we are not connected. So we are tied up with Airtel. We are connecting through RF, radio frequency. Any given time, we need to have maximum 2 Mbps of bandwidth for this MPLS cloud. So that has been given through RF connectivity, either by point to point or by using their GSM or the CDMA, or presently using by their LTE technology. So every location, it has got a codec camera or web cameras. From there, they can see how we are going to see the WebEx. They will see that. But here, all the contents are stored in the data center of Railtel. Okay. This is how the video conference looks like this. See, you see that remote names, those who are in AP, they can understand. What are those very small, Obulavaripalli? And remote, very, very remote language, Punganuru. You still see the students in the village sits in the floor. They don't have even the tables also. But we are given the connectivity. Now you see the Karedu, which is very coastal area. But these are all Andhra Pradesh we are done. So you won't find the Telangana locations here. This Kajipeta is not Kajipeta of Warangal. It is Kajipeta near Kadapa. So that way how we are extended. See, this is a typical project architecture. How it has been connected. Ultimately connected to Railtel MPLS cloud. Just like I told you, some of the locations we are not having connectivity. So we use the Airtel's RF connectivity. Again, when it is going to the Airtel, it goes to the Airtel MPLS cloud. But how I will be able to connect to my cloud? I have established NNI, network to network interconnection or network to the node interconnection. So we have connected both clouds together. I will be taking my cloud. All this connectivity data will enter into my cloud through this Airtel cloud, through this NNI, which I can able to serve from my data center. I already explained in the morning, to connect to two clouds, we need to establish two NNIs. That's what we have done like this. Again, you see the clarity even through the fiber or RF in the 2 Mbps. Of course, this is the picture taken from them. That picture has been put here. That's why the quality. But if you can see the real, you will appreciate the resolution and the quality. Network capabilities. MPLS on glass, that is on fiber. MPLS on glass means nothing but MPLS on fiber. Directly over DWDM. I was just referring MPLS over SDH, MPLS over DWDM. It is on optical level. Full mesh. MPLS infrastructure and their point of presence. The I map of MPLS on a ring. Ups at different tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 levels. CE, customer edge routers, access, aggregation, combining all, edge router. This is entering or exiting this left hand side. Right hand side is a core network of MPLS. again the edge replication of others. CE, again customer side. So in this technology of MPLS, CE and PE is called. That is customer edge, P is provider edge. Provider edge means service provider side, and CE is a customer side. We are talking the quality of service in the morning. Somebody is asked QoS, LoS and all. You see on the MPLS, COS1, I told you COS1, premium data for voice, delay. What is the performance measurement? Delay, packet drop and jitter and wander. COS2, standard priority, video and SAP applications. What is the performance measurement there? Delay and packet drops. It should be well within the defined limits. COS3, medium priority for SAP application. COS4, low priority, all other applications. Packet drop objective, no guarantee. This is on best effort basis. So the best is COS1, the premium. Naturally, premium data will cost premium costing also. In the full mesh, whether you run BGP, you run the OSP or RIP. Anywhere to anywhere, up to SPOC, point to multi-point, point to point. This is a banking network, IDRBT, controlled by RBI.
For small interruption,
Please, sir.
we call it as previously when MPLS was just started, we called like LER, LSR something. Now we are calling PE, P router. Is it same, or where we should call it as a PE router, or we call it as is there any difference?
Good, sir. Good, sir. The PE router is the provider edge router connecting to particular customer. Customer has got his own gateway router. Customer has got his own gateway router, na? Where first entering into the network from the, see, ultimately all these networks are connected to one of the provider. So MPLS cloud, through them it is going, okay? Suppose you are connected to my Railtel network from railways. So we have a router at my MPLS cloud, and railways has got MPLS router at their central location. So I am referring your connectivity as, for me as a PE, provider, customer end router, CE, and for me it is a provider router in which one of my port is used for connecting your router to my router. Is it clear?
Yes.
Is it clear, sir?
Yes, yes.
So that way, for you, it is an ingress router for you. As the customer is concerned, for a provider, they will have many such customer routers, you know.
Yes.
That's why. Even for you, you have a branch network, many point to multi-point. Okay. But it is not necessary that all the time you will have a router there. You will put a Ethernet, you will put a switch there. You will take Ethernet only. It's not necessary you will have all the time routers. Not required also. Okay? Yeah.
So in one word, P is same as LER.
Yes, but you are using one of the port in that router for this connectivity. Is it clear now?
Not clear.
See, sir, what happened, sir? Service providers will have many customers like railways.
Yes, yes, yes.
He will connect that connectivity to the railways in one of the port of his router.
Yes.
In your side, you are only one customer.
Yes, yes.
So for you, that is only LER.
Okay, okay, okay.
For the service provider, many customers will have, for him, that is LER.
Okay.
Pakka clear, sir?
No, please.
Good, sir. Now, lastly, I will be talking about the costing. I think I will take only 2 minutes. I think we are also approaching our time and we have to leave some time for question answers also. Lastly, I will be showing one of the table, the costings. Paisa mein Paramatma, end of the day, all is there. costings. We will see that. So I have not made any separate slide for it. I will be showing the tariff on the Excel sheet where we will be using it for all the purposes of our customer and including railway also. Anyway, railways, we have a standard fixed rate. We can't charge more. So did all can see my Excel sheet?
Yes, yes.
You can see that. Okay. So, yeah, good. If you can see, the MPLS, the lease lane charges are basing on the distance and the bandwidth. Okay. You see 35 kilometers, 2 MB is this much, 3 MB is this much, 4 MB is this. You see the lease lane charges. Coming back to the MPLS charges, the distance immaterial for us. We see the bandwidth and the port. When I say the port, I use one port at the customer side, one port at my router side. I will be charging for both ports for single connectivity. Is it clear? Earlier, one of the officers has asked, what will be the CE and the PE? What is the LER and all? Just now he asked it. One of the port of that is connected to the customer. So either side the ports, the charges will be decided along with the bandwidth. 64 kbps port, the bandwidth speed or the throughput, the charges will be 1:1 bandwidth. That is a cost 1 service, it is 15,000. Cost 2 service, it is 12,000. Cost 3 services, 9,000. You pay more, get better quality. Is it clear, sir?
So are these prices for monthly or yearly?
This is annual charges, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Annual charges, sir.
Irrespective of distance between P and C.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How, sir?
How it is? I am checked, sir. My backbone is existing already. I'm not making any backbone separately for it. My cloud is there all the time. How I can charge them?
For example, here P is at railway line, I am at research that is not even 3 kilometers.
Okay, okay. I'll come back. You asked a good valid question. I will come back showing the distance also. Let me come back on that. Let me come back on that. I'll come back. You asked a good question. I will show in other sheet. I'll show on the other sheet.
Sir, what is this gold service, silver and bronze service, sir?
Sir, just now we spoke about cost 1, cost 2, cost 3.
But till now, sir, we have received a letter from Railway Board. In that there is no clarify for gold service, silver and bronze service, sir. If you have any letter, please share, sir.
There in that it might have mentioned 1:1. Can you check that 1:1?
There is nothing mentioned 1:1 or gold service, anything, sir.
No, but for railways, it is a dedicated 1:1 will be providing. It is there. Probably, I don't know how it is not reached. If it is there, I'll check it up in my office. I'll try to forward to Fiji Ali sir or Anandamji. You can get from them. We will provide. We'll share. It is not a problem. It is not a secret document. Also, we'll share it.
What is 1:1, 1:2, 1:4 like this?
Sir, that is 1:1. The quality. See, sir, what happened is normal internet bandwidth and broadband bandwidth. You can tell me a point-to-point circuit, dedicated line and broadband service. What is the difference, sir? Broadband service is 1:n. That means there is no guarantee of the service. If nobody is using, you will get full bandwidth. If everybody is using, you will get through bandwidth. That's called shared pool. Shared pool. Gold means 1:1. At any given time, whether you use it or not use it, it is dedicated for you.
And that means if I take 100 Mbps, I get always 100 Mbps.
Yes, if you are taken a gold service, if you are taken that, you will get 1:1. You have to, naturally, that dedicated line costing more than this. You see the costing here.
But in case of silver, if I opt 100 Mbps, sometimes I make it 50 Mbps also.
No, it never happens. In the dedicated lines, in dedicated this thing, it never happens. Either you don't have the proper loading into the system to check that bandwidth. It is there. Probably you may be checking through MRTG graph. Am I correct?
And some another SP test.
No problem. But the problem is if you can't load to the network to draw that bandwidth what is available, but you can't judge it. Suppose you want to check whether the connectivity is 100 Mbps or not. End to end, you put a Ethernet tester, you give a loop at one end, other end you check it up whether 100 Mbps goes through that pipe or not.
Right, sir.
Am I clear, sir? Okay, fine. These are the IPW internet charges and all. Okay. You see this 2 MB costing for MPLS dedicated 1-to-1, it is 1,37,500 rupees. Irrespective of the distance. Sir was asking a question earlier. We charge only port charges. Sir, what was the bandwidth you have taken MPLS for reset and all?
100 Mbps.
100 Mbps, what is the charges, sir? You're paying right now? Is it that internet bandwidth or MPLS bandwidth? Internet bandwidth is different than MPLS. See, you see that, okay, let me make it one example.
It's not told 100 Mbps bandwidth.
100 Mbps internet bandwidth.
Internet bandwidth.
Okay, fine. You see, sir, 100 Mbps MPLS bandwidth, how much it is costing?
Around 34 lakhs.
It is more than that. You see, here MPLS bandwidth will be charging you 2,90,000. How much? 29,55,000 is 155 Mbps. 155 Mbps. Okay, for MPLS. The same thing, 100 Mbps internet bandwidth will not cost you more than 21 lakhs. Have you seen, sir? 155 Mbps internet bandwidth, 21 lakhs.
Without MPLS.
Yeah. Why this MPLS charges more is, it has to maintain the backbone, it has to maintain the features, security features, it has to maintain your availability of 99.99. Availability, when I say the word availability, there is a vast difference between uptime and availability. Uptime means the network is available, but it is not sure whether that is available for your use or not. My network is available. I least care whether you are using it or not. For you, it is available or not. But we are giving a guarantee of availability. That means any UPS that is there at your premises connecting my CPE, that is customer CE, I will be providing my UPS there to get the circuit to ensure my availability of 99.9.
Sir, availability of internet or availability of MPLS network you are saying?
See, availability of MPLS anyway is the cloud is available, but unless until it is reaching to you, my commitment is I am delivering at your premises.
No, our premise again significant failure problem is there. That is okay. But availability of internet because of you are having 4 or 5 ISPs connected.
Yeah, well, sir, in my backbone anyway I am available. But you have paid me to deliver my availability up to your premises, na?
Sir, MPLS is again limited area, not throughout the world.
No, come back, sir. I didn't get the question.
Where MPLS is again limited. Limited area within the country or so.
No, sir. This MPLS can't be elsewhere, sir. Elsewhere. See, again, sir, I will tell you one thing.
Your Airtel MPLS is limited again within the country.
Within the country, if see, we are doing only Indian market.
Jumping internet, it is across the world.
Sir, that's what I'm telling, sir. If I can establish a tunnel on the internet cloud, it can go to VLAN elsewhere also, no?
That's why, because of your having 4 ISPs connected to your MPLS, your availability.
Yes. Sir, listen to me again. Once again, I want to make it clear at this point. When I am talking to 1,37,000 for 2 Mbps, it is one port. It is a port speed of 2 megabits.
Okay.
That I am delivering at both sides, this port.
Other networks here, not under your control.
No, of course, I have got a
Guaranteed within your MPLS network only.
Sir, I have got a back-to-back SLA arrangement with them. If they breach SLA, I will also levy penalty on them that I'll pass on to you.
Okay, maybe some other 2-3 MPLS.
Yeah, 2-3, sir, that's what I'm telling. This is NNI, network to node interface is with having all the operators. Sir, it is a business of Kichidi. It is a Kichidi of connectivity of all operators in the telecom industry. Everybody is connected with everybody. Everybody has got a point of interconnection, POI with everybody. Everybody is exchanged network to node interface with everybody. Everybody has to survive, end of the day. Is it clear, sir?
Clear, okay.
Sir,
Bandwidth and MPLS bandwidth, sir.
Haji, can you repeat?
Difference between MPLS bandwidth and internet bandwidth charges, sir.
Sir, internet bandwidth is to accessing the internet, but this MPLS is to provide a clear tunnel for you between your applications.